predictions is fun, but can quickly leave you looking a bit silly. In this 5 Red Lights F1 podcast episode, I'll be predicting every driver's highest finishing position in the 2022 season. Now, if you want a notification of when any of my episodes are released, follow or subscribe wherever you're listening or watching. You can find the podcast on Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, JioSaavn, and of course on YouTube, where you can find lots of other F1 videos that I have created. You can also find me on social media at 5_red_lights on Twitter and 5redlights on Instagram. I also have a blog which can be found at 5redlights.wixsite.com/5il podblog. There you can find all of my F1 articles, all of my podcast episodes, and all my videos all in one place as I begin my journey to becoming an F1 writer. So for this episode, I'm going to be going in Constructors' Championship order from 2021, starting with the world champions Mercedes, predicting every driver's single highest finishing position this season. Let's go. Lewis Hamilton, first place. Lewis has the incredible record of winning in every season he has competed in F1. I don't see that changing in 2022. George Russell, first place. George will certainly be aiming for wins in 2022, even if that does not result in a title push, and he'll want to put right the wrong of Sakir 2020. Max Verstappen, first place. Max will be running the number 1 on the Red Bull this season, and he will win with that number at some point. Sergio Perez, third place. Checo at times was in the mix with Max, Lewis and Valtteri in 2021, but he also has found himself cut adrift and saved by the gap to McLaren and Ferrari. With more competition at the front, I can't see Sergio bettering the lowest step on the podium. Carlos Sainz, first place. Carlos finished second in Monaco in 2021, and I'm backing him to make the final step and become a winner in 2022. The Ferrari looks fast, and Sainz always delivers on a Sunday. Charles Leclerc, first place. Charles missed out on a win at the British Grand Prix as Hamilton fought back in that race, and he's without a win since 2019. 2022 needs to be a winning year for Charles, and I'm backing him to deliver this season. Lando Norris, first place. Lando came so close to winning in that country that we won't mention at the moment, and he's going to go one better in 2022. Whether the McLaren has the pace or is just behind the Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, Lando's going to find a way to get ahead of everyone at some point this season. Daniel Ricciardo, second place. The Aussie took a super win in Monza last year, but the year left some questions heading into 2022. He's certainly capable of winning, but will he? I think he might just miss out this season. Fernando Alonso, fifth place. El Plan is not starting well this year. Alpine look like they've under-delivered with the new car, and Fernando is going to need all his talent to drag a decent result out of that car. Esteban Ocon, seventh place. 2021 was a hot and cold year for Esteban, starting the year well before going off the boil after getting a new contract. He hit the jackpot in Budapest, but he's going to need another crazy race to get anything other than a lower points finish in 2022. Pierre Gasly, third place. Pierre is always a contender when things start to go a bit crazy at the front. A second win will elude him this year, but at least one podium will belong to him in 2022. Yuki Tsunoda, fifth place. I found it tough to decide which Tsunoda we're going to get in 2022. Will it be the fast and threatening F2 Yuki, or the inconsistent and crash-happy F1 version of last year? His P4 in Abu Dhabi could be the springboard he needs, or it could be a false dawn in a potentially make-or-break year for the Japanese driver. Sebastian Vettel, third place. If the Aston Martin goes as well as it looks, it could be a fruitful season for the men in green. Vettel picked up a podium in Baku last year and will probably be aiming for a best of that again this season. Lance Stroll, fourth place. Lance still needs to put the whole season together. His results when he's on it and the car is working well are good. The taste of the champagne is going to be just out of reach this year, however, so I think he's going to have to settle for just off the podium in 2022. Nicholas Latifi, eighth place. Latifi certainly raised his game in 2021, delivering a best finish of 7th in Hungary. He's going to be super competitive in the 2022 midfield, and I can see Nicky putting up a respectable effort, picking up some respectable points finishes with a best of 8th. Alexander Albon, 5th place. I feel Alex will carry the main responsibility of collecting the big points finishes for Williams in 2022. He has a point to prove, and with a potential Red Bull seat available, let's watch him fly. Valtteri Bottas, 7th place. The Alpha livery looks better than the car is actually performing at the moment, but in a 23 race season, surely some luck will shine on Valtteri Bottas at some point. I did previously predict a podium for Bottas, but I think given the car's performance in pre-season testing so far, I'll have to revise that a little bit here. Zhou Guanyu, 11th place. Zhou took his time finding the winning groove in Formula 2, but you're not afforded such time in Formula 1. He needs to deliver fast, but the car does look tricky, and that could hold him back. Mick Schumacher, 10th place. This might be a prediction made with more emotion than any kind of logic, but I think we all share the same sentiment behind it, don't we? Pietro Fittipaldi, 12th place. The Haas car does seem to be a tail-ender again, and assuming Pietro gets the nod now that Mazepin is gone, he will have had less time in the new cars than anybody else. Respectable finishes and helping develop the new car should be his aims if he gets the nod ahead of anybody else. Have I overestimated any drivers' chances for this season? Am I being too harsh on others? Tell me in the comments or on Twitter. And if you're feeling bold enough to have a go at this too, pop your choices in the comments below. We've reached the checkered flag on another episode. Like, share, follow or subscribe if you enjoyed it. Remember to go to my blog site and check out my F1 articles along with every podcast and video. Follow me on social media. And of course, thank you for watching or listening. I'll see you when the bright red lights go out.